Hello, my name is Emma Chisholm and I'm Programme Director here at BALPA. I want to brief you on two big priorities for BALPA in 2015. The journey to this point began late last year with a membership poll which asked what issues you would like the BALPA conference to address. Over 800 of you responded, and the most voted for issues were discussed at conference and have been developed into two programmes of work. The first is on the issue of fatigue, and the second on protecting the next generation of pilots. Let's talk about fatigue first. Simply put, this programme is designed to colonise the fatigue agenda in 2015. In under a year, EASA rules will be here, and we'll be working with company councils to defend scheduling agreements as they inevitably come under scrutiny. In some cases, this may well become an industrial or even a legal issue. Indeed, we are currently in a High Court legal battle with one airline who is trying to limit negotiation on rostering. Another key part of our work will be on fatigue reporting. This will have a special significance under EASA rules, and yet we know underreporting is an issue, and we know that fatigue risk management systems, FRMS, are not always fit for purpose. We are conducting a critical review of fatigue reporting systems across airlines, and will be launching a reporting campaign, including guidance on how to recognise fatigue and how to report in different circumstances. We recognise there are barriers to fatigue reporting, one of which is fear of professional repercussions. And so our promise to members is if you report it, we will support it, even if that means supporting you through an employment tribunal. The final strand of this programme is research, both academic and scientific. We are co-funding a project with the CAA into fatigue reporting culture, which is being run by the London School of Economics. We're also looking at the issue from a health and safety perspective, with research into the psychological impacts of fatigue. And finally, we have invested in technology which is currently in use on a major UK airline to provide a scientific answer to the question, how tired is too tired? The second programme focuses on the next generation of pilots, or Next Gen as we're calling it. Our polling told us there is a real concern over the way pilots are being recruited into the industry and how their treatment is undermining the profession. A recent study reveals that 4 out of 10 airline pilots under 30 in Europe are self-employed, on zero-hour contracts or working through a temporary work agency. This programme of activity is about fighting for permanent employment for new pilots and providing support and advice to this next generation of pilots and BALPA members. Too often, pilots are treated as cost-based rather than valued as professionals, and while this is particularly evident at the entry point to piloting, it is felt across the board. So this work is about standing up for the profession and allowing you to feel proud of the job you do. We will provide company councils with the tools to ensure new starters are on proper contracts with fair terms and part of the bargaining group. We continue to challenge airlines who exploit new pilots, and following success in EasyJet and Monarch, we are currently active within Norwegian Air Shuttle. But for those who are contract workers, we're developing a support service as we help them into permanent employment. Then, working with the European Cockpit Association, there is work taking place to influence EU policymakers as exotic business models and atypical employment practices creep into aviation across Europe. This programme also seeks to provide honest advice to aspiring pilots. We could never hope to cut the labour supply, but we can organise new pilots and support them in standing up for the profession. We plan to offer a mentoring scheme to new pilots, giving them access to more senior pilots, who can offer not only advice, but also the wisdom that comes from years of professional experience. Indeed, it is this level of experience, training and responsibility that makes pilots the professionals they are, and yet all of this is increasingly hidden behind a flight deck door. We will be doing more to profile the profession publicly, and also creating materials for you to share, be it on your social media or in your local school. Finally, as well as these two important programmes of fatigue and the next generation of pilots, something else came out of last year's conference. The event itself broke down the traditional conference format. We had reps, NEC and staff working together, discussing the issues that members had told them were important. The event inspired a very powerful sense of unity, of bringing BALPA together, and the phrase "We are BALPA" was coined by one of the delegates. And we want to harness the power of "We are BALPA" going forwards, in the way we work and the way we behave. The programme teams are already a great example of this, drawing people from across the association to work together for a common goal. And we're planning another event in Westminster, where we'll again bring BALPA together, this time with employers and politicians present, to raise these issues of fatigue and the next generation of pilots alongside other industry issues. You'll be hearing more about the two programmes of work as the weeks progress, and there will be opportunities to get involved should you wish. But I also hope the work you will see, or maybe even take part in, will give you a strong sense of the association you are a part of and our power when we work together. We are BALPA. Thank you.